Hey guys, this is Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under, and today I wanted to go and talk about the Essence fiasco with Paladins. Now, as a player that hasn't been playing Paladins for quite a long time, only about a week or two or so, I don't really have a biased opinion about this whole thing. And overall, I wanted to go and share my opinion, especially the fact that I have been playing free-to-play games for, 8 or so years. I play basically every free-to-play FPS under the sun, and I know the difference between a pay-to-win game, a grindy game, and how all that fits into what hi-rez is doing with Paladins right now. So let's get right into it. My first impressions of Paladins when I first started playing seriously about a week or two ago is that this game is really lenient when you first start playing. Let me go and explain. When you first boot up the game, you go and get Cassie, Drogoz, Evie, Fernando, Kinessa, Pip, Ruckus, and Victor permanently unlocked from the very start. The gold income was considerable. It was quite easy to go and unlock champions. The essence income was quite easy because with the masteries you could go and unlock the chest and whatnot. And so overall, it was quite easy in order to go and get cards, quite easy to go and get champions. And I think you guys were getting quite spoiled in a way with that system because there really wasn't a need to go and buy the Founders Pack. In one of my first Paladins videos, I said, should I go and buy the Founders Pack? And a lot of comments were, you don't really need to buy the Founders Pack because you can go and get enough gold that it's really easy to go and unlock the champions. When you go and compare this to other free-to-play games, it is a very weird thing, especially when you go and start talking about Essence. The fact there's two in-game currencies that go and do two different things is a very weird idea. Why go and have essence? Why go and have gold when you can just have gold? The whole process of having an in-game currency is that the fact that the player has to go and grind out games in order to go and get that currency, and then they have to go and decide, okay, do I go and spend it on a new champion or do I go and spend it on cards? League of Legends has the exact same system with the champions and the rune pages. They have to go and decide, okay, am I going to go and spend my IP, which is the in-game currency? Am I going to go and spend that on a new champion? Or am I going to go and spend that on a rune page that could potentially go and make my existing characters, my existing champions better? That's the trade-off they have to go and make, and that community is absolutely fine with it. The reason why? Because the only way to go and get all that stuff is by just playing games. If you want to go and take a little bit of a shortcut, you can go and buy the champions with real-life money. Personally, I've got absolutely no idea why Essence is in this game, and overall the whole monetization of system of this game is lenient in some ways, but then really strict in other. Let me go and suggest a system that is widely adopted across free-to-play games and overall is very fair. The first thing you're going to go and do is remove essence. You're just going to go and have gold. You passively earn gold by playing games, whatever. You get 100, 200, whatever gold by winning a match or playing a game, whatever. They can go and work out the formulas. Basically, you can go and use that gold in order to go and buy champions and in order to go and buy cards. Now, you also have the paid currency, that being crystals. Crystals, what you can go and do with crystals is you can go and buy the champions as a bit of a shortcut, or you can go and buy cosmetics. The Founders Pack goes and fits in here absolutely perfectly. For 20 bucks, you get all the champions, and then you can go and get a certain amount of gold. 5, 6, 7,000 gold, whatever, and then they can go and use that to go and buy the cards. And if they want to go and get more cards, well, mate, you got to go and play some games. You got to go and get that gold, and then you can go and unlock the cards. The whole thing is now, the essence is like this commodity that's supposed to be an in-game currency, but is only obtainable through crates, which is predominantly a thing that you go and buy with real-life money or through rank-up rewards, but you can only go and get them through some rank up rewards. Overall, it's completely backwards of how a free-to-play game should be. Now, with that said, where does cosmetics go and fit in here? The thing is that cosmetics, again, is completely backwards. hi-rez is using gold as like an intermediate currency between the essence that is supposed to be like an in-game, progressively earned thing, but you get it from crates that you have to pay for real-life money. The system they should just go with is cosmetics. You just have to go and pay real-life money for them, or they have an events once in a while that people can go and spend their gold on these cosmetics and whatnot. That's the way every other free-to-play game has it, and it works perfectly. When you have a look at League of Legends, and I'm using League of Legends as a very, very big example, because I think that's the model that hi-rez should, emulate, because it works. People play the game, people grind the game, but it doesn't feel like a grind because you have the free rotation of champions, whatever, and in the end of it, you have enough, gold IP in that game in order to go and buy the necessary runes. In the case of Paladins, you already have a basic deck. They already go and give it to you. That's like a handout there. Is the basic deck shit? Yeah, more than likely, but you can go and mix and match, and you may only have to buy 1 or 2 cards in order to go and get a decent deck. The whole essence thing just doesn't fit in. Make cosmetics crystal only, and I think everything just goes and fits into place quite nicely like every other free-to-play game. Now with that said, how would the grind factor be with this new system? But a grind factor would be somewhat similar to games like World of Tanks and War of Thunder and League of Legends and whatnot. You just go and play progressively, you would go and get enough gold, and then you can go decide, do I want a champion or do I want a card? That's absolutely fine, absolutely fine. The system now makes no sense because you have to go and grind for champion mastery, and then there is a chance that you won't go and get the essence from the duplicates and whatnot, and it's just all over the place. And I think hi-rez is really stepping in the wrong direction, and it's a bit of a shame, to be perfectly honest, because this game, it's not pay to win, and it will never be pay to win, because pay to win goes and says, okay, if you put real life money, you have an advantage. Paladins, you don't have an advantage by just getting, by paying real life money. You just go and get stuff earlier than other people would if they wanted to go and grind out the game and get, the gold and whatnot. But that's how free-to-play games are. They have to make money somewhere, and through convenience is the best way possible. Convenience is the way that most free-to-play games go and make their money. People are just fed up of going playing a game and game, so they just go and drop $20 like I did with the Fans Pack, and then you go and get it. Using that system across the whole game makes a lot of sense. Why go and have it in only certain parts and then in some other parts have it really lenient? I don't really know. But hopefully you guys went and enjoyed this perspective. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to go and give it a like rating. But other than that, it's Undercover Dudes all the way from Down Under. Out.